Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid confirmed on the Senate floor a little while ago that the Senate will debate the stopgap spending bill next week that will fund the federal government for another 6 months through March. This after the House passed the continuing resolution this afternoon with a vote of 329 to 91.
President.
The Senator from Illinois.
Ask unanimous consent the quorum call be suspended.
Without objection.
And I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to a period of morning business with senators permitted to speak therein for up to 10 minutes each.
Also without objection.
I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to a consideration of S. 3552 introduced earlier today.
The clerk will report.
S. 3552, a bill to reauthorize the Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act.
Without objection, the Senate proceeds to the measure.
I ask unanimous consent the bill be read 3 times, passed, the motion to reconsider be laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate, and any related statements be printed in the record as if read.
Without objection.
I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to the consideration of calendar number 494, Senate Joint Resolution 44.
The clerk will report.
Calendar number 494, Senate Joint Resolution 44, granting the consent of Congress to the State and Province Emergency Management Assistance Memorandum of Understanding.
Without objection, the Senate proceeds to the resolution.
I ask unanimous consent the joint resolution be read a 3rd time and passed, and the motion to reconsider be laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate, and any statements related to the joint resolution be placed in the record at the appropriate places if read. Without objection. I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to calendar number 386, Senate Resolution 401.
The clerk will report.
Calendar number 386, Senate Resolution 401, expressing appreciation for foreign service and civil service professionals who represent the United States around the globe.
Without objection, the Senate will proceed to that measure.
I further ask the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, the motion to reconsider be laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate, and any related statements be printed in the record as if read.
Without objection.
I understand there's a bill at the desk. I ask for its first reading.
The clerk will read the title of the bill for the first time.
H.R. 5949, an act to extend the FISA Amendments Act of 2008 for 5 years.
I now ask for a second reading, and in order to place the bill on the calendar under the provisions of Rule 14, I object to my own request.
Objection is heard, and the title of the bill will be read again on the second legislative day.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent when the Senate completes its business today to adjourn until 2 p.m. on Monday, September 17, 2012, for a pro forma session only with no business conducted, and that following the pro forma session, the Senate adjourn until 10 a.m. on Wednesday, September 19, 2012, that following the prayer and pledge, the journal of proceedings be approved to date, the morning hour be deemed expired, and the time for the 2 leaders be reserved for their use later in the day. That the majority leader be recognized, and that following the remarks of the 2 leaders, the Senate resume consideration of S. 3457, the Veterans Jobs Corps Act under the previous order, and that the following the vote on the motion to waive the Budget Act with respect to the substitute amendment number 2789, the majority leader be recognized. Following his remarks, the Senate recess until 2:15 p.m. to allow for the weekly caucus meetings. The Senate will be in pro forma session on Monday and out of session on Tuesday in order to accommodate Rosh Hashanah. The next roll call vote will be at noon on Wednesday. There will also be a cloture vote on the motion to proceed to the continuing resolution at 2:15 p.m. next Wednesday. And if there's no further business come before the Senate, I ask that it adjourn under the previous order.
The Senate stands adjourned until 2 p.m. Monday, September 17th.
All day today, we've been talking about a planned vote tonight on another version of the Veterans Jobs Bill happening after 1 a.m. Eastern Time. But there are other plans now. Senate Majority Leader Reid said on the floor that there'll be a point of order vote on the Veterans Jobs Bill next week, on Wednesday, the first day next week when there'll be legislative business. And after the vote on the jobs bill, the Senate will debate the temporary spending bill to keep the government operating through March of next year. The House passed that continuing resolution this afternoon. As always, live coverage of the Senate here on C-SPAN 2.
Did you see the jobs report this morning, by the way? 95,000.